Okay, this is Ron Howard with WebForce Pro and On Top Local, and I'm interviewing Larado Bulkley today with Advantage Cleaning Services. He has a commercial and residential cleaning company. And you've been in business how long, Larado?
Almost 4 years.
4 years. You do residential and commercial, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. And how long have you had a website with us, do you think, with the residential and commercial websites with us? You have two of them.
Initially, I began with the residential website, and I think that was about maybe a year and a half to 2 years ago.
I think it's close, yeah.
But about a year ago, when I joined up with the Post Place, I added on the commercial site.
So you've had the commercial one for about a year.
Yes.
And let's talk a little bit about your business here to begin with. Last year, you did about how much in your business?
We did $250,000 in sales last year.
About $250,000. And by about the end of May, you're going to be doing what?
Well, it could be pretty crazy by the end of May. Right now we're about 340, but we have some big contracts that, provided we get them by the end of May, our sales for the year would be over $500,000.
So it'd be about $500,000. So that's
Yes.
not too bad at doubling your business in 5 months.
No, it's not too bad.
That's got to make your wife a little sorry, you know? Just
Yeah.
got to hurt her feelings a little.
She picked the wrong guy.
Picked the wrong guy. Let's talk a little bit about the Post Place. You've been posting articles when you got the Post Place. Tell us a little bit about your experience with the Post Place, where you go on, you post articles and videos, and you do it on actually 2 sites. So tell us a little bit about what your experience has been.
Well, initially when I first started the process, I had a kind of a silly delusion that I could just do this once a week, and the phone was going to ring off the hook. And then I recall sometime later hearing Troy mention that we should be posting every single day. And of course, I'm an extremist, so once I start doing it, I go to the extreme, and now I post between 4 and 8 every day. But I make multiple postings every day. I do my best to do it 24/7. I do my best to make sure that I do what you guys tell me to do, because the results, the proof has been in the pudding. Once I started posting every day, we got more calls. Then it was suggested that we change the way we add in our keywords. That we, at the beginning, in the beginning, I used to have the town and state and zip code at the end, and then I was told to put it at the beginning, and that's been more effective. And then it was suggested that I start adding some additional keywords in for my desired searches, and I started doing that. And then just recently, it was suggested that we start adding our links to our articles. And I can't make a direct correlation because now things are getting kind of crazy for us, so it's harder to track everything. But and then adding the photograph as well, and adding some validity to the article. But it's been working very well.
Okay, so this is the articles and the videos right here, some of the articles. I want to show the people just kind of what's happening is, here's an article. You posted this today, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's just see if Google is going to recognize you in one day. Here it is on the blog spot, so 3 times on the front page of Google the very first day. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's been happening pretty regularly for a few months now.
And part of the reasons I'm going to tell you why is because you're posting every day. Google is having to come back and read your site every single day. They're coming back to pick up the new services and new stuff that you're doing and your new postings from articles and videos, because they want to keep on top of it. If someone posts once a month, they'll be lucky if Google comes back once a month. If you're posting daily, they're coming back daily because they don't want to miss something. They get into the routine of coming back. They live on your website. In fact, I had someone the other day tell me that they found the robots for Google was on their site 24/7 because they were changing stuff so much. So that's one of the reasons why. And here you are, number one. And in fact, you got the top 3 spots, which is pretty amazing, especially on the first day. Most people don't get that. How hard is it to post? If we take a look at your article right here, one of the things I love you're doing right now, Larado, is you're putting your picture in there, and then you're putting your articles and the links. That's awesome that you're doing that. And then with the name, the city, state, and zip, because the search engines are going all the way down to that zip, with the actual article title, and then the services that you're providing, like cleaning services, right in here. So how much time are you spending a day?
Less than 15 minutes, provided I have no glitches with my computer, but less than 15 minutes a day.
So and where are you getting your articles from? Talk about that, because if you're posting 3 to 4 articles a day, excuse me, 3 to 4 articles a day, where are you pulling that material from?
A variety of sources. Some of them, the leading manufacturers in our industry, they'll post articles on their websites. Places like the janitorial store, mycleaningbiz.com, places like the Clean Link. There's a variety of different sources out there with free articles that you can copy and paste and put on, provided you give the recognition to the author, and it's been working. There's a lot of great content on the web.
There's a ton of content, and so basically what you've been doing here is almost like a social thing, because we're doing it up to the social media. You're like upholstery cleaning and 13 steps to becoming more productive. How to prevent stains from coming back. And a lot of times people might be searching for stuff like this in that area. Then they're going to find you and they're going to say, oh, what the heck, I don't want to do this. Let me get a professional to do it. So they're calling on you to come in and do it. We noticed that as your website providers, that you started at about 20 hits a month, and now you're over 500 hits a month on your website. You have that over 500 visitors coming. So it doesn't matter what and notice how he's used different cities. So if you're in an area where you cover maybe 7 or 8 or 10 different cities, or you want to focus in on a particular city for a while to get more business in that area, concentrate your articles and videos on that. And so we can take any one of these with that.
Or even,
try
for
another
instance,
one here.
If you look at Elmira, you're looking at Elmira, right? And that has a zip code of 14905. Well, Elmira has 5 different zip codes. So what I do is I know the 2 areas in that town that I want to do business in for the demographic that can afford us. And so I hit those 2 zip codes off and on. And so if somebody who's living in a large city, metropolitan area that might have 10 zip codes, they can still do, say, Greensboro, North Carolina, and do 3 different zip codes with multiple articles.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to pinpoint what's going on with a particular area, which is awesome. I mean, you can't do that without having something like this tool. The other interesting thing is if you're posting, let's say you're averaging 4 articles a day. And the nice thing about the post place is that what you go through on the post place, the process and the back end of posting out to your social media sites, linking back to you, building a page on the website, if you hired an SEO company to do that, you'd pay about $600 for them to do it one time. So if you're doing it 4 times in a day, that means that's $2,400 that you'd have to be paying an SEO company.
And we don't have to. God bless you.
Thanks. Well, now the other beautiful thing about that, you're not only having to pay that, but your competitors are going to have to pay that to compete.
And I like that.
That's really scary. And if you're doing 4 articles a day, that's $72,000 a month. When you're doing it 30 days, like you are, you're doing it every day. 30 days is $72,000. Your competitors would have to spend $72,000 to compete with what you're doing, which absolutely blows my mind. with it. But I mean, that's what the advantage of the post place does, where you can actually do it. And you can see I searched right here for your Elmira one, and again, there's some pay-per-clicks right in here, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're 5 times on the front page at the top. 5 times, which is what most people could dream about, but they never achieve it. So that's pretty awesome. If you were going to say to someone about testing the post place or getting into the post place, or what would you tell a prospective person that wondering if they ought to invest or take the time or spend 15 minutes a day? I think that's a huge thing. A lot of people think, well, gosh, I don't want to have to spend a lot of time. But what would you tell someone if they were going to get into the post place?
Well, I can say this honestly. Dollar for dollar, the only thing that we do marketing-wise that pays off more than this is the stuff that we do that's free. I mean, there is no form of print advertising we've ever done that has given us the response, the branding that this has done. Just the other day, I just got a call the other day from a lawyer from Rochester, which is about 65 miles north of us. And he found us on Facebook. We're his friends. We didn't realize we were friends, but he called us up because we're friends on Facebook. As a result of these articles, you know, we've been drawing people in who've wanted to friend us. And we got a pretty nice job just the other day. That was our 7th job from Facebook in the last year. And I don't know, I'm sorry, one of the 7, I knew the person. But 6 of them, I don't even know. And that's the power of using the social media and the post place and kind of intertwining everything together. And then the other thing, too, is the websites. I've read a lot of stuff since we got involved in this, and most of the industry experts are adamant about saying that you should have sections on your website that say, you know, 5 things you should know, or where you're giving away something, some free content to your customers to get them to interact with you. Almost everyone in the industry is suggesting that we have videos, and all this stuff is right here. And I didn't even realize how valuable it was when we did this. We were kind of having a leap of faith, and we just seemed to luck into this. But the main thing I can say is if you want results, you better follow directions. If you don't, you get what you get what you get. I didn't get great results when we didn't follow directions.
Well, you know, someone said the other day, it's like having a Ferrari in your garage and you never drive it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, that's what this is that you've got a tool that's worth a Ferrari and you're never driving it around, but you got to have the tool. And that's what we do, is put the Ferrari in your garage. We also have where we can do postings for somebody and they don't have to do anything. We have an SEO team we can put on it. So there's lots of stuff that we can help people do with it. But so you'd certainly recommend that anyone outside another cleaner in your area, they should jump on the post place.
I welcome them to try. No, we don't mind competition. It's fun. So even the local people, God bless them, you know, they won't do any better than we're doing.
I mean, yeah, I'll tell you what, you're doing amazing and on your posting. So, Larado, I really appreciate the time that you've spent doing this, because I think this is going to help a lot of other businesses, and that shows that what kind of a caring person you are, that you're willing to help others, see some value that will help their business grow and hopefully double in their business and what they want to do in their lifestyle and their things. I know you're just down to Disneyland with your kids the other day,
yeah,
which is pretty cool, and spent a week down there with them. That's really what this life is all about, is spending time with the family. You know, we're a small business with my 2 sons and I run this business, and then we have employees and stuff, but we own it and run it. We created the post place. It's our baby. Nobody else has it in the world, which is kind of fun. And it's really fun to watch it grow and develop and to help other people succeed and grow their businesses. So I just want to tell you thank you for spending the time with me today and talking about the post place and what it's done for you.
Well, thank you as well. And I'd like to just add one little quick thing, though. It's hard to it's hard to get people to understand